everybody, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Jyoti Verma. So today for this new video, I am going to share with you guys yet another chapter of graded science, that is microorganisms friend info. This is the very second chapter of your graded science biology, and this chapter is all about the microorganisms to whom which we cannot see. Those organisms which are not visible to us through our naked eyes, and those organisms who are all spread around us. Do you know that the tab I'm using here has microorganisms on it, and the hand that I have has microorganisms on me. In my body there are a lot of microorganisms. Everywhere there are microorganisms. There is no such place where microorganisms are not there. And this is what we are going to learn today about this small creatures, small organisms. So this is the very first part of this particular chapter. In part 2 we are going to deal with the harmful microbes. In this video we are only going to deal with the friendly microbes. So before beginning guys, let me tell you what are your to-dos. So if you have any doubt related to this particular chapter, the doubt solving form is provided below in the description box. So please do check it out and do type your doubt out there, because your doubt will be instantly solved. Please do type your valid email address out there so that I can send the answer for your doubt there. Now suggestion form in the description. If you want to give me any suggestion, if you want any video of your choice, so please do tell me in the suggestion form. If it will be possible for me, I will surely go for making it. Now the test link is also in the description box if you want to check that how much well have you prepared for this particular chapter, how much well have you understood in this particular session. Now the part 1, in this part 1 session, so the test for part 1 video will be provided in the description box, and the session PDF in the form of notes. I always tell you that if you want notes for this particular chapter in the form of session PDF, it is provided in the description box, so you can just go for it and gain it. Now before beginning, let us guys know what are the learning points on this particular chapter that I have made myself, that partitions I have made. So we will first introduce yourself to microbes, then where do microorganisms live, then we will learn the commercial uses, then medicinal uses, we will learn about what is exactly vaccination, and then we will learn about the great scientists. And then in this video basically we are going to learn only till great scientist. Okay, so in my next video we are going to learn about harmful microbes in part 2 video. So in part 2 video we will deal with harmful microbes, diseases in living beings, food poisoning, then food preservation, as well as nitrogen fixation and nitrogen cycle. Now let us begin. So before beginning, the top comments of the day is by Arisha Wal, wow nice app which you make videos, I use Power Director. Then Reshma Sayed, nice, thank you for telling this apps for learning nowadays in lockdown was very important video. Thank you Jia for this wonderful comment. Okay, now next one is also from Reshma Sayed. Nice explanation, nice work, nice video, well done, keep it up, you are just amazing. Thank you Jia, thanks a lot. Now next comment is on Bhaiya, keep on trying, getting better day by day. Thank you Bhaiya, thanks a lot. And Bhumika Sharma, amazing explanation. And Soumya, you of which class? I am in class 8 basically. Currently I am in class 8. Now let us begin, and first of all let's deal with what exactly are these microorganisms. So the organisms which we cannot see with our naked eyes are known as microorganisms. So these are the organisms through which we cannot see with our naked eyes. Naked eyes means eyes that without microscope. We actually need microscope for seeing microorganisms. So microbes are classified in 5 major groups. There are 5 major groups in which these microorganisms are basically classified, because classification is a very important thing in science, because that helps you to learn easily and remember things easily. So very first thing is bacteria. So many microbes are classified in bacteria. You must have heard about this term bacteria, right? In the curd that you make, curd is, why is curd even made? It is just and just made because the bacteria lactobacillus promotes the formation of curd. Protozoa, you must have heard of protozoa as well. Then comes the fungi. Fungi is when on the bread molds when you see fungi. Then of course, once what I had done is I had a biscuit, so I had just kept it, and for many days, for 2 to 3 weeks it was just at a place. And then what happened, that on that biscuit a layer of fungi had grown. So this is how fungi grows, and this is what fungi is. And then algae on my terrace of my home, there is a lot of algae because of the water continuously flows through that place. So they are green in color and they contain chlorophyll, and they can actually make their own food. If you haven't learned this, so please do visit my class 7 sprint, that is nutrition in plants, and that if that chapter is clear, so this will be easier to learn, because that chapter is very related to this chapter, I would say. Then virus comes here. So virus, of course you must be aware of it. The COVID that we are facing, the COVID pandemic that we are facing now, is just because of coronavirus. Fine. So we are going to learn about each of them in detail today. Now, very first thing is bacteria. What exactly is bacteria? So let us first deal up with bacteria. So bacteria are basically unicellular. Unicellular exactly means that they have only one cell. They are single cell organisms. They do not have more than one cells. Right? And also they live in colonies. Bacteria always lives in colonies. They prepare colony and they live in that colony only. They do not live alone. Then another thing comes here is that, for example, what are the bacteria? So lactobacillus, that promotes the formation of curd. Spiral bacteria and rod-shaped bacteria, these are the shapes of the bacteria. Fine, bacteria are of many shapes, of course. Then comes the fungi. So what exactly is fungi? So basically, fungi is also a microorganism. It is a saprotrophic organism. So you can you must be thinking that we can actually see fungi with our eyes. So why is it a microorganism? Your answer will be in my next video, because in next video I have also prepared a slide on this. Then comes the multicellular. A fungi is always multicellular. It means it is made up of more than one cells. It is made up of more than one cells. And for example, mushroom and yeast are popular fungi, well-known fungi. They both are used for food. Okay, both are used for food. Then algae. Algae is also microorganism. So the examples for algae can be Chlamydomonas and Spirogyra. Chlamydomonas is a unicellular fungi, means contains only one cell. It is made up of only single cell. It is a single cell organism. Then Spirogyra is a multicellular, means it is made up of more than one cell and it is a multicellular organism. Then comes another one, and that is protozoa. Protozoa name suggests that this must be a little tough to learn, but okay, this is not that tough. See, this protozoa is a unicellular organism. For example, amoeba and paramecium, these both are protozoas. Fine, amoeba and parameciums both are the protozoas, well-known protozoas, we can say. Now let us learn about virus. So virus is exactly different from the other microorganisms, because other microorganisms, in a way, they can be helpful as well, and in the other way they can be harmful as well. But when we go to viruses, then viruses are always, in fact, always harmful. They're never helpful to humans. And viruses are different from other microorganisms because they are not living outside our body and they become living inside a host. What exactly is a host? So a host is a person. Host is the name of a body in which microorganism named virus. The person. Host is the person in which the virus enters. If, for example, a virus is entered inside me, so I am the host here. So a virus, until and unless it enters the body of a host, viruses, until and unless they enter the body of a host, they will not become living. So the COVID pandemic that we are facing, coronavirus is also basically living and non-living. They are on the borderline of living and non-living, basically, because if they are outside someone's body, then they will be non-living, and as soon as they go inside someone's body, then they will become living organism. And do you know that they will start reproducing inside the body of a host? They will also start reproducing inside the body of a host. Fine, clear with this? So they are always harmful, and of course you must be aware of it. The schools and everything are just closed because of viruses nowadays. Example can be coronavirus. Basically, COVID is a disease. COVID-19 is a disease, but the disease is caused by coronavirus. So coronavirus is the name of virus here. So COVID is a disease caused by virus, and basically corona is the name of by which virus, the virus through which COVID is spread. Okay, so this is what. And common cold is a disease that is caused by virus. Okay, this is just an infection, viral infection. Fine. Now where do exactly microorganisms live? Where do they exactly live? So answer is, let's go everywhere, because they live everywhere. There is no such place where microorganisms are not there. They are everywhere. They are at each and every place. You know, microorganisms are friendly, means friend as well, and they're harmful, means foe as well. They like our enemies. But let me tell you that they live everywhere. There is no such place there where there is no microorganism. So basically, you should not underestimate microorganisms, because they are everywhere. They can hear you anytime. So now, commercial use of microorganisms. What are the commercial uses of microorganisms? So the very first thing is, in baking industry, microorganisms are used. Yeast basically, it produces CO2. It releases CO2 basically carbon dioxide. And do you know, when the dough rises, when in a baking industry, the cake sponge that we have, that rises, that bakes up. Why? Because this is because of microorganism, and that bacteria, yeast. Okay. Then Bacterium lactobacillus promotes the formation of curd. The Bacterium lactobacillus basically promotes the formation of curd, because curd cannot be formed without this bacteria. Bacteria is also involved in the making of cheese and pickles. Basically, it is also involved in the making of cheese and pickles. Large-scale production of alcohol, wine and acetic acid. What exactly is acetic acid? Acetic acid is basically vinegar. Vinegar is acetic acid. So microorganisms like yeast help in the large-scale production of alcohol, because alcohol is produced from this particular microorganism. The process of conversion of sugar into alcohol is called fermentation. When, just a second, so this paragraph you must learn, because this is 100% guaranteed will appear in your examination. And what exactly is fermentation? So when you convert sugar to alcohol, basically yeast grows on natural sugars like barley. Like barley. So basically when yeast grows on this, then they are converted to alcohol, and this conversion process is known as fermentation. This conversion process is known as fermentation. Then decomposing. Basically, you have learned in your class 7 chapter, basically it would be forests, our lifeline, right? In that chapter you must have heard about that biodecomposers decompose the dead bodies, the dead wastes, the dry leaves and everything. So just imagine, if bacteria and biodecomposers, who are the biodecomposers? They are microorganisms. If they will be not there, then our entire earth will be filled up of bodies and leaves and everything, because they will never decompose only. So this is the usage of bacteria and microorganisms. And increases soil fertility. Bacteria such as rhizobium will increase the soil fertility. They will increase the soil fertility. We are going to learn about this in detail in the part 2 session also. Now what are the medicinal uses of microorganisms? So there can be some medicinal uses, like many fungi and some bacteria are source of antibiotics. Antibiotics that we have. Why do we have antibiotics? Because we get diseases through bacteria. And in order to kill those harmful bacteria from our body, we use antibiotics. And how are these antibiotics exactly prepared? So they are prepared from fungi and bacteria. So antibiotics are the disease which kill disease-causing bacteria. They never work against viruses. They cannot kill viruses. They can kill disease-causing bacteria. For example, streptomycin, tetracycline, and erythromycin are the common, well-known, antibiotics. Then what exactly is vaccination? Let us learn about that also as well. So when a disease causing microbes enter our body, the body produces antibodies. For exactly are antibodies. Then we will learn about it, but let me tell you, to fight the invader, these antibodies. Antibodies means those bodies which will prevent you against diseases. Means when a disease causing microbes, as soon as it enters your body, then you actually, if you have vaccination already taken, like polio drops. When we were small, we used to get the polio drops. Fine, we used to get those polio drops. They were also vaccinations. So why have why actually we were taking those polio drops? We will get the answer in this class, because you had to prevent yourself from a well-known disease, polio. From a well-known disease, polio. So if you have to prevent it, then from childhood only you had taken vaccination. So if the disease causing microbes that causes polio will enter your body, then also the antibodies are in your body, so they will just kill it. Means forever you are safe from polio if once you have taken the vaccination, and this is how your body is protected. So you must be aware that viruses keep getting weak and weak once they spread a lot. बहुत ज़्यादा spread हो जाएंगे तो एक time पे ऐसा आएगा that they will get weak. Why is it so? Because if each and every person who has got that particular virus is healed up, वो सही हो जाता है, वो ठीक हो जाता है, then उसकी क्यों ठीक हो रहा है? Because उसके अंदर एक vaccination गया, and that vaccination will help, it to forever keep its body, body safe from that particular microorganism. So this is only the reason why viruses weakens. Why viruses weakens once they spread a lot. Fine, now let us move on and learn about another new thing. So another new thing is great scientist. This particular topic is also given in your NCERT. So very first one is Louis Pasteur. He had actually discovered pasteurization, that is a very well-known process for milk preservation. He discovered fermentation also by yeast. He only was the one, a very great person. Then Alexander Fleming. So he discovered penicillin antibiotic. The starting of antibiotic, the beginning of antibiotic was done by Alexander Fleming, who discovered penicillin. That was basically an antibiotic. Then Dr. Edward Jenner, he discovered the vaccine for smallpox. Not only vaccine for smallpox, but he actually gave the concept of vaccination. And do you know that the smallpox is now eradicated from our earth just because of him? So hats off to him. As well as now Robert Koch, what exactly did he do? So he discovered Bacillus anthracis, which causes anthrax disease. So he is the only one who has discovered Bacillus anthracis, which is the microbe that causes anthrax in animals. This anthrax disease is basically caused in animals. Okay, this is a very well-known disease and very harmful disease as well, I would say. Now, in part 2, we will learn about the harmful microbes, disease-causing microbes in living beings, food poisoning, the preservation of food, nitrogen fixation, and nitrogen cycle. All we will learn tomorrow. Now, the shout-out of the day goes to Jia. So she has filled my suggestion form. So whoever is filling my suggestion form, I give them kind of shout out in my in end of the every video. So the shout out of the day goes to her. So her suggestion form, which is her favorite video on my channel, your birthday celebration. Then what do you think of my teaching? So answer was very good and interesting. How can I improve? Any suggestion? We are doing great at this age. Wow. So thank you, Jia, for filling the form. Thanks a lot. Which new series should I start next on my channel? So you should start teaching all NCERT chapters for all subjects. Okay, then the shout out of the day. And if you want to be on my next shout out of the day, then you have to solve this particular riddle. अगर आप इस riddle को solve करते हो, then you have to tell me your answer in the comment section. As soon as you give me your answer in the comment section below, then of course if you give me the correct answer, then I will take your name in my next video as my shout out of the day. Only one person can be pinned up. So now, which is the food that never spoil? ऐसे कौन सा food है जो कभी spoil नहीं होता? This is very related to the chapter, because this chapter में we are also going to learn about food preservation. And food preservation से learn करने से पहले let us learn that ऐसा कौन सा food है जो कभी spoil हो ही नहीं सकता. So guys, this was it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you didn't enjoy this video, then do not forget to tell me in the comments below. So let's meet in our next video. Till then, take it out and bye guys.